Hello there, Jay. All right. Thank you for your very kind words. That's awesome. And I'm very pleased to see that you're taking a very mature and measured response with planning way ahead in December. That gives us October, November, and December. So that's very, very smart. So let's have a look. Also, by the way, um, I heard I heard that if you say that you're taking IELTS for academic reasons or for student reasons, for some reason, students seem to be getting a little bit better or a little bit more generous grades rather than if you say I'm taking it for work purposes. Okay? Um, so just bear that in mind. Anyway, let's go. Conventional education systems have been okay, because we're talking in general, so we're not going to use an article. And in that case, if there's no article, then we change it to plural. You see? Because we're not going to say the conventional education system has been recognized in the majority of universities worldwide. It would be better to say conventional education systems have been recognized by the majority of universities worldwide as far as public education is concerned. Very good. However, as time passes by, critics argue that it has adverse effects to learners, especially in terms of human creativity. Good. We could have just said creativity. Okay. This essay will discuss the contentious issue using Japan and the Philippines as examples to prove points and support arguments. Very good. Hardly any grammatical mistakes there. Very good in that whole introduction. Very strong. Firstly, traditional schooling is obsolete and compromises a child's natural talents because of its mundane approach. Wow. One problem, let's hedge it. Have a look at the end chapters about hedging. Firstly, traditional school is considered obsolete and can compromise a child's natural talents because of its mundane approach. Okay. Nowadays, educators are using different styles, such as introducing virtual education. Good. As a matter of fact, it makes learning more efficient and promotes autonomy. Good. For example, a recent study in Japan showed that 8 out of 10 students excel later in life compared to those aligned in the old school curriculum or in an old school curriculum. Thus, the inevitable change in schooling has a tremendous impact on the academies, or a tremendous impact for the academies. Check your spelling. But apart from that little bit of mix up at the end, could you see how I just flowed through that paragraph? This is exactly what the examiners want to do, and this is what happens when you follow the sentence guide and give clear arguments repeated almost 3 times. Okay, if I have to go back and read it, then it makes the whole argument and paragraph incoherent. But I just flew through this and with a very clear example. So that's great. Well done, Jay. You're really getting the hang of this. Secondly, perhaps one of the most serious consequences of a traditional education system could be academic inflation. Or could be academic inflation. Good. In which a certificate that obtained by a student in or from a certain university is not a guarantee to land a decent job. Good. This is due to the fact that the career market is saturated nowadays, is almost always better than these days. For instance, in the Philippines, 53% of nursing graduates ended up working in non ended up working in sectors not related to healthcare. Okay, that would have been the best way to say that. And if you want, write me down 5 sentences of ended up working in something not related to healthcare or with that kind of subject. Okay, with those kind of with that meaning. No, with that structure, that's what I want to say. Ended up working in X, not related to X. Okay, let's just practice it because it's very useful. In conclusion, there are numerous subjects which should be given an importance to maximize the talent of every pupil. Good. Although traditional education is a standard and being followed internationally, yet educators must be persuaded to acknowledge the new trend in teaching. Very good. Okay. Let's see. So ideally, Are there alternatives? Did you talk about alternatives? Virtual education. Fine. Good. Is traditional education doing more harm than good? Okay, yeah. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Good, good, good. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Well done, buddy. Awesome. You paid real close attention to the question, and it shows, and that will help you massively with task response. Wow, what an improvement, Jay. The pie charts the pie charts above describe the council expenditure in the UK in year 2014, representing three regions: Yorkshire, Derbyshire, and Lancashire. Genius. Firstly, in Yorkshire, it is clear. Okay, firstly in Yorkshire, it clearly illustrates that education has the highest portion, with 1/3 of the pie chart among the six categories. Is followed by leisure and community care, with a total of roughly 1/4, respectively. Okay, with a total of roughly 1/4 each. So these are usually written THIRD and then quarter QURTER. Okay. Also, the ones we do write in numbers would be something like 33% or 30% with the percent symbol. Okay, so just bear that in mind. And we want 1 or 2 sentences with the written fraction and 1 or 2 sentences with the numerical percentage, okay, to mix it up, to show variety, to pick up the points of the grammatical range. So let's carry on. Derbyshire, on the hand, don't ever use those on the one hand, on the other hand, because those are for differences of opinion or different viewpoints of opinion, and there's no opinion here. This is objective. So Derbyshire, for Derbyshire, leisure comprises 30% of the pie chart, comma, while community care, expenses, and environment have landed a similar portion. Okay. Okay then. Right. Social services, however, considerably got the smallest percentage in general. Meanwhile, very good, the exceptions, the extremes. Meanwhile, in Lancashire, leisure and education have the same amount in the total expenditure, with 1/3 each. Community care, social services, and other have all the same slices, respectively. All have similar percentages at around 3% each, or something like that, or at around 15% each. In conclusion, it has been observed that education and leisure are among the highest priorities in the three regions, while social services, environment, and other expenditure are not that important, no. Are assigned less finance. That would be fine. Very good. Very good task 1 and an excellent task 2. Jay, you're on the right track. So you asked for a discount. There is a discount for students of the sentence guide. We can carry on, get another pack of 8 essay corrections, which I strongly recommend, and we just work through them, maybe doing like a task 1 and a task 2 every 2 days. And in the meanwhile, we continue to watch the videos. We probably or hopefully write out an essay every single morning. Just look at a sentence, cover it up and write it out. Maybe do that while you're having your breakfast, get into the routine. And then once every 2 days or once every 3 days, write an essay for real, for me, and submit it. Okay, if we do this, we're going to improve and we will get there eventually. Okay, buddy, so you know the deal. Implement your corrections, modify your error list, and send it all back to me with your new essays. Okay, buddy, have a good day.